Welcome back. None of this footage is getting used.
More playing.
I bet none of this footage gets used. But we're trying to deal. I'd like to defeat the school level because we've seen most of it and beaten all of it, pretty much.
Yeah,
but not in one run. I get to keep.
Yeah. So
also, I think I've never gone in here still.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
I didn't notice the body shape.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty cool.
So as background,
go investigate it.
Once upon a time, I did all of this, and I was afraid of going in there because it's a scary spider room, obviously, and I needed a save. And then we stopped for the day with that save, and then I just came back into other stuff. So that's why for the last few episodes we never went back to and revisited this loose end that I then remembered between sessions. I'm like, hang on a minute, the spider room. We've walked past it several times now. I didn't want to do it till I saved, and then saving was the end of the session. That's how it goes. The sink's dirty, like everything in the city. Thanks, Batman.
I sneezed. My brain is scrambled.
The other thing where after you sneeze, you basically can't talk right for a while. You need to take a drink.
No, but my brain feels strange.
Random documents fill the table. For the most part, the documents are just illegal ramblings. The most constant in all the papers is letter R reversed, whatever that means. Whenever I sneeze so loud that people think that I'm faking it. And then my throat is kind of coated and stuff, and then I can't speak correctly until I take a drink. Rotten meat. Moonless! Here, girl! What's going on with this bed? Oh. Cool. So that's weird.
As a matter of fact, it is.
What if I light this on fire? Get it. Burn down the Deku tree. It is I, Legend of Zinkda, and I needed to burn one cobweb to enter the Deku tree. Oh no, I have killed a god. Fire. I always wonder whether or not one day you'll get to turn the electricity on and then all these things work now. That'd be a cool payoff. But also doing nothing with it would also be extremely valid. Just constantly frustrating you with how every electronic device doesn't work, just reminding you that they could have at some point worked, but do not.
Yeah. I think this is actually something I really enjoy about this game and about a lot of these weird RPG Maker games in general. And it's something that a lot of games in the modern era have left behind with voice acting and or interactive prompts and stuff. Remember to eat. Sorry, my brain got confused by me reminding you to eat. The fact of having things in the environment you can investigate and
yeah,
rub up against something and press the X button, and then all of a sudden it's this is a swing set. Looks rusted. Video games don't do that anymore, but it's one of my favorite things about stuff like Resident Evil games or Silent Hill especially.
You still...
Obviously, a lot of assets are going to be just kind of reused. So you'll get the same things over and over again. The lock is jammed. It appears locked from the other side. Things like that. But it's
whatever
really cool when
you
yeah. But it seems cool when you walk up to a chalkboard and your character is just the chalkboard looks like something was written here before, but I can't make it out. And it's that's cool. It adds atmosphere to the game. So there's something I really enjoy about that.
The Midnight Gazette, January 31st, 1936. This is described as being an article against the Kaiser's rise to power. Appointment of Kaiser as Bremen Chancellor is made official today. In approximately 14 years, Kaiser has brought into being the greatest popular movement Bremen has ever seen. In fact, one of the greatest that history registers. This mysterious man, who seems to remain in secrecy under his now trademark hood, rose to popularity seemingly out of nowhere, but just witnessing him giving out one of his famous speeches to masses makes it very obvious why both the high and low class fell under his charms. Kaiser's energy is a sight to behold. That doesn't happen.
It reminds me of
he united the classes who
Friend.
famously have aligned interests. He reminds you of who?
Friend from 20th Century Boys. He's a
21st
cult
century
leader.
schizoid man.
He's a cult leader that wears a mysterious. He wears like a cloth around his face that has just like a symbol on it, and it looks really cool. It's a really cool looking insignia, but he's like a populist sort of.
In a short amount of time, Kaiser has managed to unite the Midwestern nations under the flag of Bremen. He formed the special troops, the Marching Men of the Knight's Day, which effectively has been expanding the Bremen reign at a rapid rate. A rate at which made the leaders of the Eastern Union worried. Where these turns take the world cannot be foreseen. Where these turns take the world cannot be foreseen. His acts can be very well described as vile and monstrous, but only future history can tell if his means justify the ends. This is, I don't think that's how historical, right? How in the moment writing on historical moment tends to go. Like, here's an even criticism of this character where we talk about how he's an absolute monster. You should be terrified. You, the reader, should be terrified of how fucked up a monster he is. But like, you know, he's so popular, he united both classes and everybody loves him simultaneously. Gross little feet slap on the ground. I never get this one. Oh, it's not real. Cool. 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 Didn't I try this and I can't even click on it? Yeah.
Yeah, you can't interact with it, which
All
means
right.
I think it's been used, which is distressing.
That
Wait,
is
does that mean
upsetting.
that the father is a
Granted,
marriage, then?
we've never successfully slept with a woman in fear and hunger.
Yeah.
So maybe marriage is just for the gays. Maybe you just do the butt stuff and then you merge, like in arts, and then that's just that's how gender works in this universe. The women uphold society and the men endlessly combine. Just upsettingly. Blue liquid. So there's like 80 and there's like 40 or something, 20. I remember
Yes.
the numbers now.
Light blue is 80, I think. I think it says it if we look at the little table there.
Oh yeah, there it is, 80.
Yeah.
And this is just 30.
30, gotcha.
Yeah. Let's get her healed up. Alright, they're reasonably chunky. She could do with a drink. Couldn't we all?
Yuck, yuck.
Yuck.
All right, I'm so curious. I can't remember. Wasn't our strategy? He seemed weak to fire, right? As well, or am I thinking of a different boss?
I don't remember. If if the goal is
People
to learn
don't-
from our past choices, well, guess what? I don't remember what our most effective attempt was at him and how it worked. I think whenever we tried to iterate on past attempts, we just missed more, and then we're like, well, this run's burned, fuck me. And didn't actually even get to, you know, it's just a whole 20-minute process to come around to testing a thing and then just whiff an attack and be like, all right, well, that was that one. 9mm, I can't wait to find a 9mm gun. Prick. Look at all this fucking ammo I have for none of the guns we own. Cool. Let's see. I could try shooting him, but I feel like the moment I shoot him, the fight will start instantly. Like, he won't chase me.
I don't know.
I think it'll just start the fight. Because when you approach him, the fight starts. Like it just like you don't actually have to talk to him, and he also doesn't have to catch you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have reason to believe that if I shoot him, I'll just get one bullet off, and then I'll be stuck holding a gun. Because I have too many ammos. What am I looking for? I literally like lose track because of how huge this thing is. Do I have pep pills? Were they in healing or items?
They were in items.
They shouldn't be in food. I really wish these were alphabetical or any of the ways that you would organize an inventory.
Yeah.
It's like an intentional prank at some point, how these are organized, which is that they just aren't. But they're also not chronological.
Yeah, they're not chronological, which is extremely weird.
Yeah, they're not alphabetical, they're not
pep
chronological, they're not gathered by category. They're just nothing. It's just, it's like the item it's like the order he thought of the items to add into the game, and then gave them an ID in the order he thought of them in, and that's just how they're sorted forever now. It's actually insane. I guess I just go fight him. Cool.
Yeah.
Books?
I think he is a marriage. Because his skin's all weird and gray.
He could be a marriage.
Yeah, he looks like it.
Yeah. That could explain the sacrifice and marriage things both being used.
Yeah, we can't use them.
They are.
So, I think we thought we had to kill the left hand, the one on our left first, his right hand.
I feel like we eventually landed on just attacking him as fast as possible, because
maybe
after like 2 turns, the entire world lights on fire.
Oh, yeah, that does happen.
Like, we just need to get as many hits in as quickly as possible, because everything that gets lit on fire, he seems to kill himself with his own fire at that point, but it's so lethal that I lost her last time.
Well, I think he puts like a debuff on you that like increases the amount of damage fire does. And I think because we had burned him, it also affected him.
I don't know. Because you can't look at what effects are in this game. So when you get an effect on your guy, you're like, cool. Sure know what to do with that information. There's like an icon. Sure, the wiki tells me. There's nothing that pisses me off more than games that have like an icon blinking on you that they add to you to tell you that something's happened to you, but you can't like look at it. So I'm like, cool. You put this here to communicate a thing. What is it communicating, please? I think I threw the ornamental lantern last time and it missed, but I can try again for funsies.
Yeah.
Pyromancy.
Okay, both hands cast pyromancy trick. Interesting. All right, so the ornament lantern didn't affect him, didn't actually light him on fire, which is a bummer.
He's on fire.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh.
See?
Oh, he is. You're right. Hey, look at that.
I just need to just obliterate him as quickly as possible. Yay! Marco's party is victorious!
You did it!
Jesus Christ.
And you didn't burn the room this time.
That went pretty well.
Yeah.
I found my dick chop rotation.
Wait, what?
You know, the way you play the first game.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What is the exact way that you have to the people always talk about there's like, you have to solve the correct way to beat the guards. And suddenly you just get it down to a science, and that's just what you do.
Yeah.
Now I know how to defeat this guy in like 2 turns. Except for when it misses next time and then I die.
You gotta cut off his head, remember.
No reaction. The priest retains his mocking grin even after his passing. What does that mean?
It means his face is like
a
rictus sneer.
He's the priest, is what I mean?
Yeah. He's a priest.
Because we were sent on a mission to kill the priest.
Yeah.
But this is like the 3rd priest we've met.
Yeah. But he is like the priest of the school, presumably.
It's
or
just,
the orphanage or whatever.
as far as I know, the guy that we newspaper article. As far as I know, the guy that we dealt with at the mayor's office was also the priest, and we gave the head.
Yeah.
And we even turned his head in, and it got credit for it.
Oh, that's true. So I
So
think
why are there so many,
most of
how are there so many of the priest is my concern.
I think part of it is a Finnish versus English grammar thing where there probably isn't a difference between a definite and indefinite article. This happens in Japanese as well. There's no difference between a and the in Japanese. So I assume Finnish might be similar. I don't know.
It just really feels like when they're going after the woodsman, they mean that specific woodsman. Is what throws me off.
Looking it up, Finnish grammar has no definite articles, or it has no articles at all. So there is no a or the. So in the translation, it reads funny because they don't know how to use articles.
What throws me off, I guess, is just the fact that he said he wanted revenge on the people that ruined this place, right?
Yeah.
And so go kill the priest and the woodsman, but he'll accept any priest's head?
Yeah, I think that's just
doesn't make sense to me, like in universe.
Yeah, I think it's just there's an item in the game probably with an ID called priest head, and it just accepts whatever one you give it because they're reusing enemy assets. I think in general, I think what it is saying is priests are like, there's clearly a faction here. There's like a religious organization that is exploiting the city potentially. I'm not 100% sure, but I think all of the priests are part of that. And even though this one is the priest of the orphanage and the other one might be a priest that's working with the mayor, and there might be another one that's like a priest of the diocese or something, overall, I think the guy just wants you to take revenge out on priests and then the woodsman, who is just a danger to everyone in the woods. I think it's interesting that in the first game, getting a tails coin flip doesn't remove items from the chest. Like you can fail a chest and still get an item out of it, whereas in this game you fail the coin flip and you get nothing.
Okay, I have to kill this, I think.
That
was come on. I'm fucked. It's just moving diagonal is so mean. The game got so much harder when things could move diagonally and just completely fuck you up. I don't want to fight this thing. It's literally made of swords and mouths.
Ronteal. Interesting.
Man, I'm gonna get a limb cut off and have to start over.
Yep.
Gonna be like, she's been decapitated.
Nope.
Literally,
she's just
instantly. Instantly decapitated. Oh. Don't you miss on me? Depending on you to not fuck up.
Hit its torso, yeah.
I think it was calling this mouth 2 a second ago, and now it's calling it torso.
It had a torso and a mouth 2, I think. I think you were just targeting mouth 2.
Ah, fuck. Might have messed up then. That one don't got no arms. Did it get back up?
That one just, yeah, it got back up. That's the door.
The door that doesn't open, and we don't know why yet.
Yep.
Nothing to try to keep in mind, but good luck. You can't explain why, but the small statuette seems to hold great importance.
Hunger effigy.
A small effigy of a deity with its gaping mouth open. It's carved from an unknown material.
Was it meant to? Is that the god of the deep from the first game? Because it was just like a mouth.
It's like a fish monster thing.
Yeah. What's up with all these radios we keep finding? That's one of the things that's confusing to me. It's just like you mentioned it before with like the TVs, but like why are there so many items just sitting around that like are interactive?
Salmon
you have the
snake
option to play
rune.
with it. Neat.
Call back.
So yeah, people, when we were playing the last game, people commented a lot that the salmon snake, the reason why it's called the salmon snake is because the word for dragon in Finnish is salmon snake. In Finnish, which is cool. But also, I don't know if it's like an interesting thing to do. I don't know if this game's original language is actually Finnish or if it is English. Because when I looked, I couldn't find a Finnish version of the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't know if that's like an intentional translation joke or if it's a bad Finnish. If it's a bad Finnish translation that just like got lost in translation.
An old relic from the northern warrior tribes of Oldegard. The rune is said to contain a soul of a salmon snake that gives its owner hardened skin and prevents limb losses, burning, and bleeding. Hello. Hello. There's a Ouija board and a hangman, which bizarrely implies to me that they were playing hangman with a Ouija board.
That's kind of interesting. Have you tried to interact with the Ouija board?
Yeah, nothing happens. I don't think I can even interact with it.
From the bottom, I mean? No? Okay.
What?
Oh.
Wow, they made that hard to interact with.
Try YOU, like I said last time. I wanted to, well, I don't know. Huh.
There's a centaur. No, manticore and her.
Oh, Sylvian. It's Grogoroth and Sylvian, I think. Because Grogoroth also has a bunch of faces.
God. Cat. Like what is a significant word in this setting that's 3 letters long?
I mean, there's God, you, cat.
Why do you think you?
Because they say it's like a. So what I said last time was they're playing hangman with someone, presumably, and they're hanging someone in the thing, and it's a 3-letter word. So I thought of the most ominous thing you could play in hangman, which would be you, which you would only find out if you failed it. And then it was written out there, and then it's you, you're hanging, you're dead. But also, it's a really hard hangman word because the most common letters that you always want to guess in a hangman are R, S, T, L, N, and E. And U has an uncommon, it's all vowels, including an uncommon vowel.
Do you think it's actually going to play hangman? Do you think it's going to spawn pieces of person every time it guessed the wrong letter?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's find out, I guess.
I mean, you can just type whatever you want, I'm sure.
Oh,
it is you. Y-O-U, for sure.
I thought I clicked on Y.
Oh,
nope.
Nope, that's our first X, so try God.
Okay,
yep,
so it's God. It only reads like every 4th input. I keep pressing A.
Weird.
God. I guessed it immediately. You won the game of hangman. No one was hanged today. I don't need to play it anymore. Do you have to win hangman every day or someone gets hanged?
Maybe. That's
Did somebody
interesting.
get hanged yesterday? What if you need this to get the true ending?
You have to win hangman multiple times in a row? I don't know.
You have to save someone from
maybe.
hangman every day. Inherently, I think of this as being because it primed us with Majora's Mask, so even though it says to kill everyone, I inherently think oh, we probably have to do a run where we help everyone.
Probably.
Though I guess that never technically happened in Majora's Mask. It just felt like it would. I think that's everything. I think I did it good.
Everything.
I think I did it good. We're gonna go back and save, and I'm not gonna get Chrome Mallard on the way back.
Look, Needles wants to give you a hug.
I love video games. I love books. Can't go this way.
You should probably just walk directly to the save point so you don't get murdered.
Yeah, it's just nice to also have more of the local trash bins looted, so I don't have to do those every time I respawn. Upstairs. It's an extra safe sleeping point because it's really annoying to walk to. No one would cross this many stairs. That's my zombie survival strategy. Have an annoying amount of stairs nearby. I hope I don't get punished for sleeping today. Right, game? Where does she sleep?
Under the bed.
Ones? Back to the tower.
Welcome back to the tower. 12 of you still remain. How may I best aid in your quest?
That. And I have a soul stone. I should have done this first, technically. But you can save infinite times. It's fine. Bob and weave.
You should no. I don't think you should say. You shouldn't do this first. You should keep it just in case we find out something that we do is bad.
That's
I would not.
Something's bad about our skills, you mean, or?
Yeah, like this gives us the flexibility now to play around with multiple things instead of just committing to one. If you invest in a skill that sucks, we can reload and you can do a different one.
So you think I should invest my point right after I save?
Yes.
But I can then. All right. Well, I already saved, so that's good.
Yes. What I'm saying is don't immediately save over the save you just made. What about the
dance macabre?
There's the line above our character's little thing. just crank it in battle.
Agility +1.
That could be good.
I've been looking. Yeah, I've been wondering if I can get more turns or something. This is just
possible.
The stat up tree. That was there a line connecting to this one before?
I don't know.
I don't remember it being there.
I don't know.
What was getting your attention earlier?
The 2 nodes that you have up there. What's on the rest of that line?
Persuade and
diplomacy. Interesting. Persuade might be good for getting party members, or maybe diplomacy. Both of those seem like they would be okay, but I just don't know.
I just don't know how they functionally work during combat.
Yeah, I mean you're sacrificing a turn, so.
Yeah. I just think this might be really good. The stats.
Yeah, it could be.
This is the only leveling you can do in this game. Is this little chunk down here practically?
My thing is I wonder if they're going to give you another turn really quickly with agility, or if we would need to invest a bunch of points in it in order to get it. Like, that's what I think, because, we can invest it with other people, too.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting that that's there.
So having party members unlocks more of the skill trees for you to play with. That is actually really cool.
Yeah, and you can give the bonus to whoever you want to. Making it a little more tragic if they betray you narratively.
Yeah, but that makes it really interesting. That makes it a valuable trade-off now. Because so one of the things I've been thinking about is like, is the entire game's party system just you need to kill your party members, so you pick the ones you want for a while and then you get rid of them. But this means there is a benefit to recruiting people, leveling into the skills that you want, killing them, absorbing their souls or getting soul stones from them, and then being like, all right, well, I had Olivia in my team, so now I have the +1 that she gave me. Now I can just off her, get her off the list after using her to, like, if she dies in battle, then it's whatever. I have the benefit I needed from her, which was like getting these stat points. That's cool. That's a really interesting interaction. I like that a lot.
Then you decapitate them.
Yes.
For fun.
you sell their heads.
All right, so he said that there's 12 remaining, and then he said this, which seems like it might be new.
And so the 14 are no more. Splendid. The time is running. Do not lull yourself to comfort. You have a job to do.
I don't want to.
Head to the tower. Let the blood spill. As 14 is reduced to 1, so opens the gates to the Court of Rare.
As we learn more about the actual environment, the more it feels like it's gonna be if we do need to kill everyone, or if we go for an ending that kills everyone or something like that, that sounds like an undertaking. Unless they all meet up at one location by the end, like it eventually funnels everyone to one place that you haven't killed yet, and then it becomes like maybe a gauntlet of having to deal with everyone. Otherwise, it's like, fuck, tracking everyone down in one run would actually be tough. I have not even seen most of these characters.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure that they'll start killing each other and things will happen and yada yada.
Yeah, because one has.
Yeah.
But only one. Right, considering that everybody was given the kill each other vision, surprisingly little acting on it so far. Which kind of makes you the real shithead when you act on it, because you're like the one fucker that's like, oh, fuck yeah. I heard it in a dream. Kill everybody. Yeah. It's nighttime now. All right,
so then the next save puts us in day 3, which is the last day. I am expecting the music to get really intense like it does in Majora's Mask.
Uh-oh. He's so fast!
Yeah.
I don't like him. Get stuck on the map, please. Uh-oh. It's not great.
Nope.
For justice and order. Does his face only freak out during the night? Or always?
No, it was always doing that, I think.
I actually don't know where I'm going. Oh, can't escape. Well. Eh. Oh! I meant to go for an arm. Well, thanks for your input, Olivia. It's okay, we can just die and start over. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He stopped shaking his head. He does it. He goes in and out of doing that. I imagine that the shaking head is supposed to be like a police siren.
Oh, that is cool. That's an interesting idea.
That's my go-to reaction to that idea. Like, wee woo, but it's just a fucking horrible Silent Hill head. He dead. Running left. Still running left. Still running down now. Oh my god, stop! Leave me alone. I don't actually know where I'm going, though. Everyone says to go to the tower, and in universe, you're like, oh yeah, the tower that everyone can see on the horizon in 3D, and there's, you know, with your 3D eyes that you have in 3D space, but there's a top-down, tile-based game, so I have no idea where the tower is. I can't see it in any direction. There's not a looming horizon, like, shadow looming. There aren't signs saying, tower's over here. $30, open 5 to 7. It's just as I don't know where it is.
It's just the game says, I believe it's
I can't really
they mention it's like to the north or something. So my only assumption is as long as we go up across anywhere really as far as we can go.
Yeah, well up currently takes me to the screaming. Right now, up takes me to the, what's it called? And tiles. Oh my god. What? That's stairs? Oh my god, there is stairs there. You see them?
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that before.
That is a fucked up optical illusion with that guardrail.
Yeah, it's time for you to go upstairs, Keith.
There's stairs here? I hate this building. Like, it's evil. Now we know why it's diagonal like that. It was all for that fucked up illusion. They made this. Oh! That's where the yelling's coming from.
Nice.
They're angels.
I dig it.
Are you an angel?
This is straight out of Hannibal.
I have still not seen Hannibal.
The fuck, Keith? Watch the show. It's good.
There's so many shows. The dried man is holding something tightly in his fist. He looks dead. It's not breathing and almost mummified for whatever reason. The leechmonger ring, like the Dark Demon Souls boss.
Yeah. He's gonna get up and chase us in a minute.
Sure seems like it. That's gross. It's like
Hefty ring forged by the Hermit Mages of South. What a name of a place. The Hermit Mages of South. Who dedicated their lives to the god of the depths hundreds of years ago. The mages were able to infuse the ring with life-draining magic. Okay, so does it kill us? Like,
It was on a mummified corpse.
yeah, that does make sense. I would not put that on you.
Yeah. Why did I come here? Okay.
Or, I don't know.
I can't keep up with all of the television shows. It's not my fault I don't have somebody to just hold my hand and cuddle and push me through all of their interests all the time.
All you have to do is just never sleep and only watch and
maintain all of my interests, run my full-time Let's Play channel, also write scripts for my other channel, but also like work on writing fiction and also like work on my art, and then also get good at Street Fighter and Overwatch, and watch every show and movie that everyone says I should watch.
Yes.
Including the ones that that people always say, you haven't seen it yet, that are older than me. Because I started off in debt, media-wise.
Yep. Yeah, and you have to multitask while doing all of it.
Yep. All while trying to achieve my goal of rewatching all of Star Trek. I was thinking about something. There's
a first time for anything.
I'm not hungry. Remember we encountered the soldier guy getting his ass beat. And what I'm wondering is if maybe that was the first time we'd ever seen him since the beginning of the game. Because we saw him in the sewers once, but then we saw him again in the sewers and he was a horrible Silent Hill monster, and I'm wondering if the second that those two were the same creature and it wasn't the guy we saw upstairs that got killed.
No, I think they were, because he said his name, and we have his name so it both times.
It'd be a fake him.
Maybe, I mean, maybe there's like doppelgangers or something, I don't know. Huh. I didn't even consider that.
Because it was like a lure. Like we saw him in the sewers, I think, and then he showed up, and then he ran deeper into the sewers, and it felt like it could have been bait to just lure us here if we're trying to hunt him down. Just go deeper and deeper into the sewer, sort of unproductively.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's definitely a possibility.
She got
I don't really
infected. So whatever agility I got did not give me the threshold. We made it, but at what cost? We survived that. It wasn't great, but hey, a small key. What the fuck? Oh right, because I was suspecting that.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Want to come for a dip?
What the fuck? So he's still here. There's someone standing here. I am Levi. Levi, I am friend Levi. I don't want to fight Levi. Go away. Oh fuck.
He was easy to kill.
Yeah, it's just not productive.
except it is, because then you can cut off his head, and this is what we need to do. Like,
wait, I don't need to do as in what? You think his head counts towards one of the survivors?
yeah, I think so. And even so, like, that's what Pocket Cat wants us to do, so we may as well.
What, who wants us to do?
Pocket Cat. Pocket Cat wants us to give him the heads of the contestants.
Yeah. Or he does have all the ammo. Yeah.
Like, I think this is for sure him.
I think on some level I just already written this run off, so I'm not that interested in progress as much as trying to figure out where to go. Do I go back through Hoboville? Is that worth trying? They sense my presence. They go for bites. Damn.
Status effect on Olivia is being weird. I don't know what it's saying. She's infected. Okay, so we gotta stop her bleeding and cure her infection.
Yep.
Rub some aloe on that wound. Ooh, you can make 2 more blue potions.
Yeah, I can. I don't mean to be a shill, but...
So I just realized something about blue potion math. Optimizing blue potions. Obviously, if you mix all of your blue potions into light blue potions, it can be very it means that there's a waste, right? If you use it to heal less than the full 80 amount, right? But the thing is that the difference between 2 blue potions and 1 light blue potion is 20 health. So if you lose anything less than 20 health by using a light blue potion, it is worth the cost. You're not actually losing anything because you're still healing more than the 2 regular blue potions would have cost you.
Yeah. It's just the inability to split it, basically.
Yep.
If I was a real dick, I could just cut her leg off. Oh, your leg's infected? Time to break out the saw. We won't be needing to cure that. In fact, let's just make sure it never gets infected again. I'm opening a thing.
You did it.
There's something
I
random.
think we were here once.
There's nothing interesting inside. Only the same random documents that you can find on the tables too. They got mostly to do with the maintenance of sewage system. And the sewer. Yeah, I remember the sewer winch, don't I? I went through all of here to get past the... Okay, I guess that makes sense about why all those boxes were not looted. Is, I guess... Saw blade? Wait, I thought this was... Wait, how did I get in here the first time? I thought this was a facility that led me to the homeless guys. Oh, here it is. Okay, where is this? Monstrosity is down. Cloth fragment.
Eat him.
This is a siren guy?
I think so. Oh, we're here. I think we got cornered here once before. I would say go up.
Yeah,
this is where there's... mines and stuff. There's like an area around here that has mines. Yeah, and then there's some,
mine.
I think, yeah, see, we've been here, I think.
Where is this? Like, where does
Western side of town.
I'm just like, I'm trying to connect this mentally to the rest of the map so I know how to navigate it. Why don't I have any of this stuff here? There's a rifle. A whole rifle and herb.
Yeah, there's like, so there's a bunch of...
I think this is the house I was talking about having to sneak through by the rubble.
Yes, that
and
is
you
exactly
didn't know what I was
are.
talking about like 2 sessions ago. I was trying to talk back to this spot.
I was confused by what you meant because this is like the bombed out apartments.
Yeah, 1 million years ago. Oh!
Aaron.
I'm a bit busy here, in case you didn't notice. What are you doing? Photographing. I want to document the events that go down here. There's so much dirt that gets swept under the rug during wartime. This is a mountain of that. People need to see what's happening here. Graham and Army can't get away with this. What do you think is happening here?
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards that Army experiment theory. Why? It's a long story. I'll save it to some other time. You'll just have to take my word for it for now. Kinda busy right now. Wanna tag along? I guess I'm about done here. So yeah, fine.
Nice. Third party member.
I got my favorite character.
She's cool. I'm interested in playing as her, giving her a try.
Did you... Yeah, I immediately dug her out of the characters when we talked to them, so I was interested in her. A party member! This is important! This is very important information! Army jumpsuit. Make sure... No. Oh, her current thing gives her 2 magic defense.
Neat.
Still probably worth the 6 physical defense, though.
Yes, because most enemies...
Don't get rid of the leechmonger.
So obviously it seems dangerous to give, but I'm wondering if the leechmonger ring will... It definitely seems like it's setting up that the leechmonger ring dried that man out, but
yeah.
I also
it's like when the
know.
fucking guy falls from the sky in Morrowind, you're like, I better put these boots on.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. You know, you use his scrolls of flight or whatever, and then you end up dying before you hit the ground. But at the same time, I don't know if this game is actually doing that, or if it's meant to be like, look, you have a cool leech powers ring. Like,
it's locked? Let me handle this.
Okay,
cool.
So she has lockpicking.
She has better lockpicking. I opened quote-unquote simple locks. That said, this is a reinforced door, and then she just opened it anyway.
Oh, interesting. That is helpful. That's good to know.
Isn't erotophobia fear of sex?
Sex, yeah.
Why is she afraid? Isn't that her fear response right now, that icon?
It might mean she has something to say to you. Try party talking to her.
This must be the local news
look.
agency, the Bohemian sect of the Midnight Gazette. What a shabby little office this is. I can't help it. I feel a little helpless in all these tight corridors and spaces. We've got a whole ass party now. This is such a breakthrough after how helpless I felt 5 minutes ago. It's like, oh my fucking god, new character, new location. It fucks my mental map up a lot, where I'm like, what? The other side of that series of hobos in the sewers, which leads to a familiar location, which leads to an unfamiliar location. Bunch of news, not interesting. Nothing catches your attention.
Archive documents.
It's just all the information about the entire local area they were trying to figure out. No big deal. It's probably not important. Alright, I'm just gonna have to fight him, actually. Like, I'm here for this place. He's in the way. What?
You dodged it. They're scared because he has his dick out.
Oh, I can fix that. Why did it say just guard?
Maybe some kind of skill.
How much does fear affect you in this game?
Pretty strongly, I think. But
Quick,
I think you should
knock
take out his
Mallet
weapon
2
first.
off. Half cocooned Mallet 2. Oh, he's called the half cocooned.
Yes.
It wasn't,
yes.
they weren't speaking euphemistically. It's like, so he's a uncut Mallet 2. Lockpicking is her only skill. Oh boy. It's fine, she can hold a weapon, which is a significant upgrade over not having a character in your slot. It is, I want to, for perspective, granted this is, editing muddies this up a lot, but in series duration, because we've had a lot of usable stuff regardless of other stuff, like it's been pretty usable footage by comparison to the first game. The series is almost as long as the entire first series, and we just got our third party member for the first time.
Yeah.
Granted, she's our fourth character so far, but the other one apparently is just incompatible with being in your party. Just the worst. I'm gonna rev up to his dick. No, I'm just gonna kill him actually.
Yeah.
That was stupid. Doing 1,000 damage to his dick. Oh my god. He didn't even feel it. Like that was so fast, so swift, and so lethal that he doesn't even know it's gone. Marco's party was victorious. Let's see, nobody took an effect, and people are okay overall. Marco's not doing great on health. And I'm not doing great on healing items. Gotta use them when you got them. Alright. Is this the beginning of the game? I don't think so.
It looks like it might be actually, in the sense that the beginning of the game was a warped version of the world. I think this might be that room. Because yeah, look, the basement's right there too.
Looks where I got attacked by the skin man.
Yeah.
News agency.
Interesting.
We have a whole party. Are we finally strong enough? Are you swole enough to defeat a immobile door? Sticks.
Nope. You can keep at it and just try to get a nasty crit.
Yeah, technically. With 3 people, you have a higher chance of critting.
Yep.
Someone might do it. For me, the funniest thing about Marin is that it feels
Marin?
like I don't know her name. The person that left. No, the other one.
Oh, Marina.
Marina. The funny thing about Marina to me is that it feels like she made a tactical choice to specifically join your party under the guise that you might provide resources with her, provide her with resources or fit her out the moment that she joins. And that's like the entire reason she left, so she could then leave immediately. Like, thanks, buddy.
So
thanks
like,
for all of your gear. Fuck you.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of knowledge about her as a character because we've only spoken to her twice and we only got a little bit of dialogue from her. But she's like straight up my favorite character in the game so far. She's so funny. I love that she's like a little meme lord, kind of. Like, she's like, feels bad, man. Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't be me. Like, she's so funny. And then you rescue her basically out of this locked room, and she's like, oh, huh, how convenient. I'll stick around with you. And then the second you get out of danger after you give her a bunch of shit, she's like, bye.
She also sits out the boss fight.
Yeah.
She won't even help you with the local boss fight. She's like, ha, all right, well, this bit's wearing a little thin. I'm not actually going to help you with the fucking nightmare monster that might devour me whole if I'm not Oedipus enough about his dick test or whatever.
She's genuinely like she's got so much personality. She has more personality than any character in Fear and Hunger 1 so far. Like I like her so much. I think she's so cool.
It is very noticeable when a character suddenly has personality to them, where it's like, I always think about in Final Fantasy XIV when Moonbrita shows up, and you're like, wait, what's happening? What's happening? This is a character. I'm 80 hours into this game, and a character finally happened. You're like, what the fuck is happening? It's hard to place what's missing when you play games where there just aren't characters. They're basically just plot conduits and nothing else. Have I been everywhere? Besides the door I can't defeat? I feel like I went everywhere. I'm gonna kill this guy because there's a whole room down here. And apparently I can take him. I think if I use fast... I think that if I use fast stance, it's actually a really cool ability because it instantly gives me bonus agility, and I think it triggers a new attack that turn. So it's actually not... I don't think it has the detriment you're used to it having in turn-based games. In fact, it seems to functionally not have a detriment besides not letting you use a different skill that turn. It's totes OP.
Well, I thought the first time we tried to use it, it didn't give us one. So maybe we hit the agility threshold we needed to immediately get the extra turn.
Because here I am with extra turn.
Because I remember we tried it on the Woodsman really early on, and we just like it just didn't give us the extra turn that we wanted. So maybe it increases our agility enough that like, yeah. So wait, if that's how it works, then we just confirmed that agility. I mean, this is an assumption, right? But if that's how it works, we just confirmed agility is the stat we want if we want more turns in combat.
I think it just tells us that.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I think the skill literally says raises your agility, you might get another attack.
Oh, gotcha.
Which I commented on because I was like, might. It's not the gamble I want. I want to know it's going to help me.
Yeah, that's just more proof then that like there's some sort of stat threshold we need to hit in order to get multiple attacks. So if something increases agility and it says it might give us an extra turn, it means it increases it by a certain amount that might push it over the threshold. So that is good to know because it then tells us maybe I might have been right about wanting the fucking God of Fear and Hunger because it increases our agility. So if we restart as Marco, this is making me think about
raises your speed of your swift footwork. In most cases, you get an extra turn between enemy attacks. In most cases.
Yeah.
So it technically doesn't say that you increase your agility.
Yeah.
But I think we got it. Didn't we get? No. I was gonna say
fast stance was a Hexen ability, I think, right?
I was gonna say, didn't we get this from our agility training in the alternate run that we're not no longer in because we're now in the adrenaline rush run, but the which I probably would not keep next time, or maybe I would. No. It is passive, but
it is passive.
No, it was nice. Bob and weave was what we got from our agility training.
Yes, that is no.
Maybe it's speed threshold.
It wasn't.
Speed's not a stat.
Was it Bob and Weave?
Speed is not. Yeah,
I don't think we got Bob and Weave.
Bob and Weave is what we got the first one when I did training based around agility and evasion and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, I have to use it manually. And then I was so confused because we made a new character that did strength training and it gave us adrenaline rush. So I'm like, so it's a damage boost, but you also have to use it, right? And then trying to be passive, and you're like, wait, why does one origin story give you a passive? The other one gives you a skill you have to manually trigger. It feels like a strange split because anything passive is so much more powerful.
No, because I thought so. We had 4 choices, I think, in order in the character history, and one of them was like whether or not we got lock picking. So we got that one. Then there was one that changes our stats. Because it was like you can choose to like work out or focus on evasion. That one I think gave us stats. It was footwork or muscles. I think the footwork one gives us stats.
Let's kill him.
And then the third choice I think was what we focused on in battle. We focused on offense, which gave us adrenaline rush. But if we focus on evasion, I think it gave us bob and weave. I think that's how it works.
Yeah.
So I think the second choice, we need to pay attention to footwork, though. because I think that gives us agility. Yeah, I pulled open our old video. Yeah, so it's the second choice I think that gives us stats, and the third choice that gives us a skill.
Sure.
So for the second one, we would want to focus on footwork, and then for the third one, we want to focus on, I don't know, we could probably keep adrenaline rush. Or we could go for defense. I don't think we've tried that yet. That might make guarding better. It's hard to remember. People like don't realize, but like we play this game like once or twice a week for very long stretches while we do it. So it's very easy to forget stuff that like maybe you watched like earlier today.
I mean, it's also just very hard to remember things when you have 75 competing timelines about which one might be canon.
Yeah.
It's like every single time I'm like, when I go places, I'm like, wait, I thought I looted all these. That wasn't in one of the save runs? I don't know. Like, I never know which things are canon currently in the game we're playing right now versus what are just experiences I've had in general with this game. So any number of them could have happened and then I died or something.